Welcome in. It is day 344, and you're speaking to the Meeple's Champion. And today we're going to be going over a small Kickstarter that I backed probably about 5 years ago. This is not one that was a majorly popular one with me. Tried getting to the table multiple times, and it just was too basic. That being said, it was definitely one of the earlier games I kickstarted, and it's one I wanted to talk about. The game is called Dubious Alliance. Now, the idea is that you are all hordes of orcs, and that you are going through and you are basically in this trading warfare game. You're all going to have a card in front of you, and it's going to have the option for trading. You don't have to trade, must trade. And you're going to be, basically, everybody gets a card equal to the number of cards to the number of players. You're going to then pick one from your hand, put it down, face down in front of you, and then you're going to be describing your cards, and you're going to be trying to trade with each other. Now, whenever the trades are complete, you're going to flip your cards over and you're going to see two numbers, a red number and a blue number. Now, the red number will be indicated to the red number on your character card. And that number will be, if you ever exceed it, you've lost. Basically, it's the damage you're taking from that card. So if you ever get to the point where that's been exceeded, your character has been knocked out of the game. The blue represents that your character has defeated the monsters that you're up against, your orcs. So by doing so, now you've won the game. So all that matters is that a player does defeat the blue. If one player does it, they've won. However, if 3 people are playing and 2 people back to back get knocked up by the red, the third player's won because they are the only one left standing. So it's an interesting trading game. It's not one I'm necessarily a huge fan of, but I appreciate the fact that they were going for something different, because this definitely is not something that I really can compare to other games. That being said, why don't we jump in? Let's talk our 7 categories and see what this one lands for us. When it comes to the art, I don't find this game to be great. I appreciate the fact that what they're going for here on the box is almost kind of like a painting type setup. You know, here's the action pose, here's the surrounding info. But to me, it comes off almost like the picture should have been the box and everything around it should have been on the instruction manual. It doesn't grab the eye, and the cards kind of do the same thing. They're very informative. You know, it's very blended in art, and it just doesn't grab me. It's a thumbs down. Your components. The cards are very good quality. There's no complaint about them. I gotta give them just a plain out thumbs up. Your price. Now, unfortunately, this game is not one that I can really go over the price about because it's just not available. It got through its Kickstarter, but barely. It didn't make a whole lot of money. This was, as I said, at least 5 years ago. The game never ended up in stores. You're not going to find it easily online. It's just one of those games that's not available. So, unfortunately, when it comes to price, if it's not available, it's going to be a thumbs down. Your difficulty. I never truly understood the factor of the trading. I found this to be weird. Trying to understand the explanation of what people were going for and saying, okay, I want this, I want that. You know, hey, here's what my card does. Like, it felt like this game had, I think the cards are fine, but I feel like the trading aspect needed an extra step to make it better. The way it's built right now, I think experienced and experts would never want to touch this game. There's not much of a game there. And I think beginners and kids would kind of look at this the other way, where they'd be like, I guess it's simple enough to play, but it's not fun. It's not luring them in. I feel like it just fails in all 4 categories. Thumbs down. Replayability? Well, if you can't find it, and if you don't want anybody to play it, then nobody's going to be replaying it. The game goes reasonably fast, but it doesn't have enough of a grab to make anybody want to play a second game. It's got to be a thumbs down. Keys to victory. I don't think there really are any. What are you doing? You're lying about your cards or telling the truth, trying to get people to get yours? You don't know if people are lying or telling the truth about theirs. It just seems like kind of a waste as far as There's no real ability to be able to foresee what you're going to be getting for a card. You're just going on blind luck and faith. It just isn't any keys here. Thumbs down. Is the game unique? I do think the game is unique. I think that the concept they came up with of there's an elimination number and there's a win number. There's a trading ability. You don't know what you're trading for. All those things seem pretty cool. They're very good grouped together. And as a, the main mechanism of a game, I think that's a really good idea. There's just missing pieces here. That's why the game itself just doesn't take off. Unique to me, yes, this has got unique pieces, but it has to be unique and it has to work. I could make a unique game that just is horrible, but it's unique. Unique shouldn't get that thumbs up because it's just unique. This game is unique because of some great pieces that came together, but they didn't finish. And if you finish, you might find this game now comes in looking like another game. Until the game is really, to me, upgraded, made to be a better, put together overall product, I can't give it a unique because to me, it's not unique. It's just incomplete. It's got to be a thumbs down. Overall, what do I think? I think that they had a cool idea, and I appreciate what they went for. But I do feel like the reason this game never blew up, the reason this game only barely got through, probably is because they had plenty of friends and family who were there to back them and to help them get a dream pushed through on Kickstarter, which is great. But they should have had more constructive criticism to help them figure out where this game was really going to land as far as playability. And for me, unless I'm just missing something, the playability of this game is very low. It just doesn't seem to have that competitive factor to it and that factor that's going to make people want to get back in and try again. So I don't recommend this one. If you're able to find it, I don't think it's worth picking up. And if you're able to get it in a convention or a board game store or a friend has it, I just don't think it's even worth your time to try to play. I would spend your time, your money, and your storage space on other things. Well, it has been day 344. We've been speaking about the game Dubious Alliance. And you've been speaking to the Meeple's champion. Like, share, subscribe, and check down below in the description. If I do find a version of this on Amazon, I'll be supplying a link so you can buy it below. And don't forget to check me out on the board game arena under the Meeple's champion, where you can get me to have you play a game, friend request me. I try to be on once or twice a day if I can. Until next time, I'll talk to you tomorrow.